Hi, welcome to another relatively impromptu Leanpub live stream with Peter and me. Today we're just jumping on to talk about a couple of really great one-time deals that are expiring tomorrow for some really amazing Leanpub courses and for a really amazing Leanpub track of courses. So Peter, do you want to talk about these deals that are expiring tomorrow? And I believe what is it, 10 a.m. Pacific time on September
10 a.m.
3rd,
Pacific time. Yeah.
and 6 p.m. UK time.
So yeah, I just added, oh no, I did not add it. Here we go. Drinking game, add to stage. Okay. So, 3 things we have. So this is something that's new for Leanpub. Like historically Leanpub, we've like had our newsletters. Like historically we had like a monthly sale newsletter, and then we added a weekly sale newsletter. And now we've added a daily sale newsletter, and these sale newsletters all have coupons, and they're great coupons. But, and whenever you see an amazing coupon, just use it, because it's probably like, typically we don't have typically our coupons are as good as they're ever going to be in terms of coupons. But what we haven't done before is this idea of a launch where the price at launch is lower than it will be in future, even with a coupon. And there's a number of reasons we haven't done it. The main reason is that Leanpub is a self-publishing platform. And so us making statements of this is never going to be cheaper is something that we can't really do normally, because like the author sets the price. And so we can't make any statements, like any forward-looking statements. They wouldn't be forward-looking statements. They'd be complete random guesses, right? Now, the neat thing though is we've been involved in, we have our Course AI product, and we have, so we've been involved working a bit closer with some authors with Course AI, and because of the way we did it, all of a sudden we were involved in the pricing decisions and the way decisions around how this would get launched. And so now all of a sudden we have some creativity and some room for creativity. We have some flexibility in what we're going to do. And so so we decided to have a proper launch, and the way that we're calling this is a founder deal. So we have these founder deals. And the idea with a founder deal is it's never going to be cheaper than this. It's never going to be this cheap again, right? Like is the better way to say it. Like when this price here is the cheapest it will ever be, then it'll go up and up and up toward the normal price. And then occasionally we'll have coupons, but they'll never bring it down to the founder deal or below again. So the idea is with a founder deal, that's like the best the price is ever going to be. The founder deal will expire at a certain time. When it expires, that's it, it's gone. It won't just, we probably, with a founder deal, when it expires, it won't just go all the way to full price. It'll probably be something, in between, just to sort of soften the blow for people who just discover the email and are like, rats, I missed it by 2 hours. Then it won't be like, well, you're out $100. It'll be like, it's in between. And then it'll go again to to where it's going to end up as the minimum price. So this is the way the founder deals are going to work, is basically I want Leanpub authors to be able to have launches of products that, have some urgency and have some legitimate, hype around them. So we have 3 of them. I'm going to talk about them specifically, and then I'll talk about why, and then I'll talk about Course AI and stuff, because it's really neat how these things came about. But first of all, let's actually get into the deals themselves, because they're really cool. So this is our most recent Lean Publishing Daily newsletter. We've been hyping these deals in our monthly newsletter, which just went out last week, in our weekly sale, which I think went out today, and in our daily, which also our daily newsletters go out every day. This is today, every weekday. So in here, there's just hey, go scroll down. It expires on September 3rd at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 6 p.m. in Britain, 5 p.m. UTC, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that's tomorrow. They're expiring tomorrow. So if you just scroll down in our newsletter, the first of them, here we are, the founder deals. First one is the AI Masterclass. So AI Masterclass is 3 amazing courses bundled together into a track. And you can do that. You can do these courses in any order, but if you do all of them, you sort of go from 0 to hero in terms of AI. You have a sense of you actually know something instead of just hype. And Len, do you want to talk, because you did the interviews with Henry?
Sure. Yeah. So these
Andre, do you want to drill into them a bit more?
Yeah, sure. These are three really great courses. One of them is by Andrei Burkov, who, people may know. He's a best-selling author of machine language and large language models books. He's got this 100-page book kind of thing that he does that's really amazing. And I think his joke is like, I have to have they have to be no more than 150 pages to meet my promise of being 100 pages. But the books start out being like 300 or 400 pages, and then he condenses them. Is his sort of like authorial practice, which is a really amazing thing. And this is a very effective course. Basically, you're going to learn, if you take this course, you will understand a lot about the kind of scientific and mathematical and kind of technical details behind AI and LLMs and things like that. Andre has a PhD in artificial intelligence, and he's a very good writer and a very good communicator. And like he does things like define what a model is. Like it goes into that level of detail. You'll be doing, you might be dusting off your kind of like high school calculus and stuff like that. But like when you read this course and take and pass the quizzes and stuff, you will know that you actually understand a lot about it. And of course, one of the big things about AI is everybody's like, oh, I know how to use it. What are my great prompts, stuff like that. What's the latest paper? That's really cool. But if you want to basically be an expert at using AI, you have to understand it. The people who understand it are going to be the ones who use it best. And so Andre's book is really good for that. Then there's Obi Fernandez's book. I mean, if you're in the programming book world, you've heard of Obi. His book is some very forward-looking experiments he did with a real company, creating applications using AI, creating an application using AI. It's really interesting what he's done there. A lot of it, like I said, is kind of like forward-looking. Some of it, this isn't modesty, it's just the nature of it. The times that we're in, some of it might be things that Obi tried that no one else has tried in programming. And in any case, what you get is a really hands-on, not just a set of sort of interesting, cool, powerful things you can do using AI and application development, but like a kind of theoretical understanding going throughout the book of like Obi discussing what's really kind of going on here.
So let me jump in for a second. So you'll note, by the way, if you're a longtime Leanpub reader, you'll be like, hey, we're talking about a track. Why does Len keep saying book? And it's actually really subtle. Two things. One is Leanpub's existed for about 15 years. And so book is kind of, Len and I say book all the time about everything. But the other thing is these things started as books. So, there was a book, Patterns of Application Development Using AI, that Obi wrote. And then, it's a $39 minimum price, $69 suggested price. Similarly, Andrei Burkov wrote the 100-page language models book, 25 minimum, 50 suggested. And the third course in our track is Henrik Nyberg's Generative AI in a Nutshell, which was also based on a book. We are like completely like straightforward about this. Here it is here. So this book here, right? So we have 3 amazing books on Leanpub, all about AI. And our thing was like, okay, each of these books would be an amazing course. And so when you're on the book landing page, you see like, hey, there's a link as a course. You can go get it on Leanpub as a course, or you can go buy a print book on Amazon. Like you can go completely opposite directions. You can be, hey, I love this ebook. Wouldn't it be amazing if I had it on paper? Go to Amazon. Or I love this ebook. Wouldn't it be amazing if I had quizzes and exercises to keep me focused instead of going off and looking at Twitter or like, social media or like whatever 10 other things that my brain is scattered and doing. Having a course keeps you on rails and has you like actually helps you get through it. And the other neat thing about the courses, and I can say this because, I'm not Len, is that Len does these amazing interviews with the authors to keep you interested and keep you focused on like, hey, why is this important? Why should I keep going? Like what's important about the next thing. And so basically we have these 3, sorry, there's a really loud dog in the background. So we have these 3 courses and they've each of them is really, so each of these books is really good as a book. And then there's they're all turned into these amazing courses. And then the track takes these 3 courses and combines them into a track, and you can do the courses in the track in any order. So basically, like the way to think about it for me is like, let's say you're like, a programmer or architect or someone, and you've obviously, all about like ChatGPT and AI, but you haven't really gone deep. You've been too busy. You've sort of, you just used it, but haven't really gone deep into it. This can get you in. You can go right in from like the sort of high level executive summary thing down into patterns of how to use it, and then right into like doing math. And so like, if you're like, math, that scares me, don't start with this one. Start with, say, Obi or Henrik, right? If you're like this, they're presented in this order, like, because this is the most sort of handholdy, like, what's going on type thing, into, patterns of application development, into the sort of deep foundational stuff. And you get all this in one track. And so that's awesome. And it's only $249 until tomorrow, until about 20. There's about 17 hours left, if I can do math on stream. So, five, 19 hours left. Go ahead.
One thing to note is also, like with everything on Leanpub, you can actually buy multiple copies and distribute them to individuals. So if you've got a team of people that you would like to be up on AI, today's the day to buy this course track. It's a great discount, but I really mean it. Like, anyone who reads and understands these courses and takes the quizzes and passes them will be, a sort of have a shared language and a shared understanding, but like a good high level understanding of where AI is right now in the kind of programming and kind of professional world.
Yeah. And since it's foundational, like the foundations of the foundations, it's not like, oh, here are the current prompts to use with ChatGPT 4.0, and then 5 comes out and it's different or whatever. It's like the foundations are the foundations, right? This is stuff that's like, this course is going to be relevant years from now, especially. So,
one of
so
the
this
nice
is
things to talk about the videos again. One of the great things about the videos is just like taking a course is tough. Like taking a course means learning. It means remembering. It means challenging yourself in a way that sometimes, like just turning a page on a book, you can kind of convince yourself you understand things better than you really do. Having to take a quiz at the end of a lesson is like a kind of a little bit of a bracing experience sometimes for those of us who think we're really smart, which sort of characterizes most Leanpub readers and authors and stuff like that. But if you've got a team, if you've got a team of people that you would like to be up to date on the latest, I mean, I can't, extol the virtues of our authors enough, but like Henrik and Obi and Andre are amazing people professionally in their own right, and they're also amazing writers. So if you've got a team and you've been wondering, what can I do to get my team up to speed on AI? This is the thing. And again, those videos in between, like when you open up these courses online in your browser after you buy them or, sort of give them to an employee, the first thing you see is 2 happy smiling faces most of the time, and a video at the top of the lesson. And it's just an entertaining, engaging, but serious conversation about what's going on in that lesson and in AI generally. So it's sort of like your employees will be happy that you've tasked them with doing something that is both difficult and enjoyable, I would say.
Yeah, no, 100%. Cool. Now, 2 other things that also expire. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. is like, there's 3 things that get their founder deals expired. This AI Masterclass is the first one. Next one is, speaking of masterclasses, Microservices Masterclass by Dave Farley. So, hold on, I was going to just, whoops. So, sorry, button clicks. So this is, again, another, so this one is interesting in that this masterclass came into being from basically Dave Farley's videos. So like, this is a thing where like, yeah, here we go. We have a nice countdown. Like 18 hours, 40 minutes, 35 seconds. So
there it is. Great. Okay.
Yeah. So, basically what this masterclass is Dave does a whole, like hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos with all kinds of stuff. In those videos, there was a core set of them around microservices that basically Dave realized, oh, this should be a course. And so we were in touch with him. We talked about it, and we came to the agreed, yeah, it should be a course. And so we helped him produce it as a course. And so this takes those videos, makes them into a proper Leanpub course, quizzes, exercises, automated marking, a certificate of completion at the end. And this was so interesting to us. I took the lead on production personally, because whenever we do something new, I like to do it myself so that I really understand it. And this is a fascinating course because, like, well, for one, it's a really good value, and it's like Dave Farley's great, and I mean, he's got hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube, subscribers on YouTube, and he's he's like, got really strong experience in software development, software architecture, like through decades of experience. And this is something that the idea that you can get Dave Farley's wisdom of decades about microservices curated into a masterclass about, hey, do this or don't do this, can save you, like, the amount of time and money this course can save you. Like, I can't overstate it, because you could, if you're starting a project, you could be like, I want to do stuff, like, I want to be a Google architect, I want to do stuff the right way. And you could think that means, oh, I'm going to go do Kubernetes and microservices, and I'm going to have 10 repos or 100 repos, and I'm going to have all this and all these things. And without a true understanding of trade-offs and a true understanding of, like, what the pros and cons of doing things are. Should you start with a monolith? Should you blah, 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 blah? Like, and this course is a really, like, nuanced, thoughtful, considered thing to watch and think through. And so if you're at the beginning of a project and thinking, hey, should we use microservices? The only thing you should do is buy this course and watch it and do the quizzes and exercises, and then have a good think. Like, seriously, it's great. If you're thinking about if you're doing a new project, if you're like one of those people who's privileged enough to do a greenfield thing, get this course first. Like, it's crazy at $79, but it's only $79 for a very limited time, as you can see by me scrolling up. So then it's not going to be $79. This course is easily worth $179. So yeah, so get Dave's course. It's great.
Get it for your team too. You can buy
it for your team. You can buy multiple copies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, and this one, so this, unlike many Leanpub courses, this one did not originate with a book. This originated with YouTube videos. There is no book you can buy, but this is $79. It's crazy. It's a crazy value even at $179. So yeah, get it.
And by the way, if you're watching this and you've got lots of YouTube videos along the lines of the ones that Dave has, please get in touch with us. We're easy to find. We'd love to talk with you about maybe doing something like this for you if you're a video creator.
Yeah, there's two things around this. We might as well talk about this for a bit deeper right now. So there's two types of things that I think are really interesting if you're a YouTube content creator. One is making a course out of a curated set of your videos. And the second is making books out of, say, seasons of your videos. Like, say you've been doing a podcast for years on YouTube, or just a normal podcast or wherever, something that kind of feels podcasty. Taking the videos or the audio and just saying, hey, for this amount of time here, say, like, let's say you've done a podcast for 5 years, right? There could be 5 books there. You could literally be the author of 5 books and you don't even know it. Leanpub originated in 2010. Our first 2 books were blog-to-book conversions. Eric Ries and then Naval Ravikant and Babak Nivi. Like, we took their blogs and made them into books, and it was amazing because, like, Eric Ries's book was all really hyper focused on, like, startup lessons learned. It was like the precursor to the Lean Startup, and then it was like I'll just go on a total tangent. Leanpub, if I just go here and I was like, lessons learned. So this was like, I forget how, it's like, it's about 400 or 500 pages. I think it's really good. Like, when it came out, this was like the best way to consume Eric's blog, was to read it as this book. Then the second book that Leanpub ever had, Venture Hacks, by Babak Nivi and Naval Ravikant. And the interesting thing about this is that my memory of this is it was like 1,700 pages when it finished. Like, when it launched, it was 1,000 pages. And so it was really interesting. It was basically every single post on Venture Hacks ever. It could have been like Venture Hacks Bible season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4. We could have done it that way. Now, the reason I'm pulling this up now is that basically podcasts are the new blogs. And thinking about this, if you're a podcaster or YouTuber and you're thinking, hey, could I make something interesting out of my podcast besides the podcast itself? A book or a course is definitely interesting way to go. If you think about people like say Peter Attia, who are like, like you have like, if you're creating content, it shouldn't just be a podcast or just be a book. You should be creating it and, hitting multiple platforms, right? Like this isn't like sell your waste products. It's like you're creating content. You should be putting it into multiple channels, and a book is a really good channel. A course is a really good channel. The YouTube channel itself is a really good channel, podcast. So yeah, talk to us. Hello at Leanpub. Just email us. Len and I both see that. Yeah. And now let's just circle back to the last thing in the newsletter, which has gone away. Here, I'll just go to it right now. Homepage. So Anne-Marie Charrett, she has a book and she has a course. And her course is also, this is the last one of the three that's on the Founders Price that ends tomorrow at 10 a.m. So Len, do you want to talk about this? You're muted. You've gone completely muted.
Yeah, no, the dog was barking again.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got. It's funny. I see the countdown timer on mine.
Oh, you know why that is?
Kind of exciting. I forgot about that feature.
It's because, so here's the deal. By the way, if you like, we have this. The thing about the Founders Prices is they're not really a coupon. It's like this price, but the minimum price is going up when the countdown ends.
Oh, I see.
But so what we did is we created this coupon, which is not actually a discount, so that when we because we send these newsletters and we want to be really clear with people how long they have. And so we made like a $0 discount because everyone's getting a discount. Like it's the Founders Prices for everyone, whether you found out about it in our newsletter or whether you just went to the Leanpub homepage and clicked around and ended up here. This is when the price goes up. So that's why we made these coupons, is to be helpful to people so they know, like it's not to be fake. It's just to be transparent about like, here's how long you have left.
Yeah. People get disappointed if they miss the deadline and saying like someday, what time zone are they in, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so this is another course that actually came originally from a book. It's by Anne-Marie Charrett. She's based in Australia. I think she's traveling in Ireland right now to conferences and stuff like that. So she's got this concept of a quality coach. I mean, as she's very clear about in her book, a lot of the ideas are coming from all over the place and from the past and stuff like that. But basically the idea is that like, if you take this course, you will be like kind of hands-on understanding of how more or less within larger organizations, quality is handled on the software side of things and different ways to handle it. And so she's got this concept of a quality coach, which is the idea of like, not so much conceived of as a manager, but, like in these kinds of like sporting kind of reference metaphors and stuff are obviously common in all kinds of areas, including business. But the idea of having someone around as a coach who's an expert in kind of quality software and software testing and stuff like that, who can help everyone kind of understand what quality is, come to, and that truly means like specifically having meetings about what's quality. And what do we mean by quality in your team and stuff like that. She's got great exercises. She's got external resources that you can have. There's sort of like templates for meetings that you can have about very specific things. Like I just said, like, for example, about defining quality and things like that. A lot of really hard won knowledge is in this course as well. So for example, sometimes you might think, oh, now would be a great time to schedule a meeting next week to talk about quality. And it could be the worst time because everybody's stressed out because they've actually got some crazy deadline they've got to meet or something like that. So being a good quality coach, what Anne-Marie teaches you is it's about getting outside your own requirements,
circles and comfort,
and understanding what's happening at an organizational level, what your place is within it. And like I said, very hard, very detailed things. And we also did this sort of videos like I described before with this. So like, that's where you get to hear Anne-Marie tell stories about where she experienced this or that in her career or in a big organization, certain kinds of problems, how you overcome them, things like, it's a very good course if you want to. And if you're like, basically, if you're scaling up a startup or if you're in a role where you're kind of going up a level or two, when it comes to software development or management or product development and stuff like that, this would be a really great course to take, because again, like with all our other courses, like you're getting kind of not just kind of expert level writing, but like expert level conversations about the sort of issues from a high level and from like a kind of very on the ground level. So if you've got a team that, like, for example, if your team hasn't been producing what you think is the greatest quality kind of product or code or something like that, and you're wondering, what is it that I can do better? What can my team do better? This would be a really great course for all of you to sort of like take, maybe for your professional development hours or what have you, if you've got some requirements around that. But it would definitely be a great way, again, like so many of these things, the more people on your team that read the same thing or take the same course, the more of a shared understanding and language you have. And that's one of the reasons that doing these kinds of things with a team is so valuable.
Yeah, and we also have, speaking of team things, we have if you're getting the book, we have team discounts on the book as well. So like if you're doing the course and you also want to hand out the book to like your whole team, you can go here and do that. But yeah, so this is the last of these founder deals. So here, I'll just take this thing off the stage. What else is there? Is there anything else that I'm just gonna?
The only thing I would say is we can see our viewer numbers here, and like I'm guessing that a lot of people watching this are probably Leanpub authors themselves. That's why they follow us. That's why they saw this live stream happening. If you're a Leanpub author and you're interested in having your book, if you're an author of a Leanpub book and you're interested in having a course like this, reach out and get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you and talk with you about what the possibilities are.
Yeah, and in terms of the live stream like schedules, and we're doing these every Friday for sure. We're probably going to do, like, at some point we're going to be good enough at this that we'll probably do one of these once every weekday. For now, it's just like every Friday at, I think, 3 Pacific.
3 p.m. Pacific, yeah.
3 p.m. Pacific is when we're doing these normally. And then, but of course, if we waited till this Friday, then all these lovely founder deals would be gone. And yeah, go to our, if you want to find the links, just go to the homepage. You can find it. Like it's the best-selling track is the featured track. Dave Farley's course is our best-selling course right now. Emery, you can find her book and course, yada yada.
I put the links in the description of this live stream, so I'll double check.
Oh, cool.
What that looks like after we're done.
Yeah. And yeah, if you're a Leanpub author, the way that all this course stuff and track stuff happens, the easiest way to get into all that is Course AI. Email hello@Leanpub, or just email me or email Len. Just like let us know what book that you're interested in. I think the best thing to do, frankly, is just like I'm happy to have a conversation with you over Zoom. Like I have a Calendly page, so does Len. So like if you like the best thing to do if you're a Leanpub author with a book that you're thinking, hey, should I make a course out of it? Just have a chat with us. And yeah, that's the best thing to do. So cool.
Okay.
End of live stream. All right.
Let's go.
Thanks,
okay.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
Cool. Thank you. See you.